Autism Awareness Day will be observed on April 2nd under the theme Autism, Don't Fear It, Embrace It. Efforts by this territory to embrace people with autism was manifested in 2012 when the Autism Center located in Lower Estate, Tortola was established. Autism is a developmental disorder that affects the normal development and functioning of the brain. Individuals with autism often have difficulty with communication, social interaction, and responding appropriately to his or her surroundings. The facility helps children and adults with autism to reach their full potential through the development of cognitive, social, and life skills.
Okay, Alton. Circle. No. Alton. Circle. Glue the circle. Glue the circle. Right there. Alton, look. Circle. Good job. Square. Put some glue. Stop. Square. Glue the square. Alton. Glue the square. Put it. Good. Very good, Alton. Triangle. Put some glue.
Autism is often referred to as an autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, which includes Asperger's syndrome. These diagnoses reflect varying degrees of severity in relation to symptoms. Autism can be diagnosed as early as 18 months and is more prevalent in males than in females. Program Director at the Autism Center, Lorna Dawson, spoke to JTV News about the progress being made at the center to meet the needs of people with autism.
First of all, for children with autism, prior to the opening of the center in 2012, parents faced a lot of challenges because we didn't have many services available on the island. So most people would go off to St. Thomas. In education, we offered a bit of speech and language therapy, but that was just for two times a month. So it was very challenging. Parents didn't really have a lot of support. Over the years, as the group, the caregivers of children with special needs developed, they were able to offer support in terms of their experiences, but when it came to actually the expertise of working with the children, helping with behavior, helping with communication, that was still lacking. So now that the center has opened, we have been actively working with parents and with schools in terms of planning, helping children with communication. So we use PECS, that's a picture exchange, so they use pictures to communicate for those who are nonverbal. We also work to help them with their behavior because quite a number of them have challenges with behavior. We use a lot of scheduling, and so we have used schedules here at the center, and the child can see what is coming first, what's going to happen next, and they have a clear picture of whatever will be done with them during the period. And we've also introduced it to the schools, so it is used at schools, and in some cases it's also used in the homes. And for those cases, those clients where it's used in the 3 places, we're actually seeing greater progress with them.
The Autism Center is managed by 6 staff members, but the only special education officer on staff is Sarah Hussein, a special education and early childhood educator for over 10 years. She spoke to JTV News about identifying children with autism.
The first thing you have to establish with any child, typical or atypical, is build a relationship. So I've had laughter with him. I've had discussion with him. I don't know if you noticed that my discussion was very short, 2 to 3 word phrases, and I tend to increase my tone on noun words. Example, ball. Example, slinky. Example, Play-Doh, because I'm trying to teach him and expand his vocabularies. He also tend to, like any normal child, tend to push your buttons. So you have to stop the behavior right away and let him know that we need to continue, or we need to play, or either we need to stop. Maybe he doesn't want to play with the ball, so he needs to show me stop. Or maybe he wants snacks, so he needs to show me snack. Or show me or tell me or point to me.
How difficult is it for parents and even people in the community who may not be aware that a child is autistic? How do we relate? How should we treat? How should we recognize?
Well, recognize a child and what he brings to the community. As I said earlier, every child is unique, whether autistic, whether with disabilities or not. Every child has an interest, has a value to bring to the society. As a society, we should embrace all differences and all children, because at the end of the day, they're going to become your doctors, they're going to become your lawyers, they're going to become your gardeners of tomorrow. So embrace them, nurture, care for them, embrace the parents, because parents with children with disabilities, regardless autism or Down syndrome, have a difficult time with their children. So embrace them and accept them into our society so they can flourish to be productive citizens.
The center caters to approximately 6 adults and 13 children. Program Director Lorna Dawson says services are offered to clients ranging from age 3 to adults over the age of 40. And she points out that the feedback from parents has been positive.
Right now we have children who are not in school, preschool, regular primary school, public primary school, private primary school, and the Edson Hindley Ritchie Learning Center. Generally, the parents have been pleased with the progress that we have been making. Some of them, would sing the praises, but I would like to say that it's not just what we alone are doing, but the more cooperation we have with them and also with the schools that the children are in, we are seeing greater progress that way. We're not really a school per se. We just offer services, so the children come twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays. Adults come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So when they come, we keep in close contact with their schools in terms of what they're doing. For example, we have 2 who are coming in later. The teacher from the center, the special ed teacher, visited their school last week and spoke with the teacher about some of the challenges that particular child is having. So what the child is doing in addition to what we do now, the teacher will be sending the classwork that the child has completed in the morning so that she can go over it with him to make sure that he has it done. We use our Fridays to try to go into the schools where our children are actually in school to follow up with the teachers, to give them suggestions, give them guidance. We also help them with the provision of resources that they can use to help better the learning for their students.
World Autism Day will be observed on April 2nd, and residents in the Virgin Islands are encouraged to wear blue on that day. Residents are also encouraged to light their businesses and homes blue on Wednesday, April 2nd.